You are listening to the Central Indiana Sports Report's Scoreboard Show, podcast number 277.1, our daily update on high school, college, and professional sports news in Central Indiana, your daily audio sports section 365 days a year. At least that's the goal. A one-man operation, so you never know.
You're listening to the Central Indiana Sports Report with your host, Greg Mengels.
Part of what they're doing is making Alex save enough fuel that he can, with 5 to go, turn it up and not have to hold it back.
Oh, and he makes the move. Below on the inside of Marcus Ericsson. He chooses now with 14 to go.
White flag is out for the driver from Barcelona, Spain. Alex Palou could be on for his first oval and his first Indy 500 as he comes off turn 2.
Little slide out of 2. He moves to break the toe from Marcus Ericsson. Ericsson has it all now in his hands. It is now or never for Marcus Ericsson. But Palou has the lead. Palou has the advantage. He told us coming into this weekend, if I don't win the Indy 500 in my career, it will be a career unfulfilled. He has, and the caution is out. Caution is out. Palou will win for validation, vindication for Alex Palou. He has won the Indianapolis 500.
That, of course, was Will Buxton, Townsend Bells, and James Hinchcliffe's call of Alex Palou's win as Sunday's 109th running of the Indianapolis 500 at IMS. And good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whenever you've chosen to listen to the Central Indiana Sports Report. We thank you for spending part of your day with us. What a weekend we just had. Today is May 26, 2025. It's a Monday. It's another day for Central Indiana sports. So it's another day for the Central Indiana Sports Report. I'm your host, Greg Mengelt, coming to you today from headquarters in Jeffersonville. Producer Susie is sound asleep. Coming up, it was one of the biggest days in Central Indiana sports history with the 109th running of the Indy 500 and Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals at the Fieldhouse, plus a lapel Bulldog is going to be a Butler Bulldog, a fever update. We had Reds and Cubs. The Stanley Cup Playoffs continue. The Big Ten baseball tournament has a champion, and Alexandria Tennis has won another sectional championship. Before we get to all of that, please go to our YouTube page and subscribe. We're going to have lots of video coming very soon to YouTube. It's just a matter of time, and it's going to be a video haven on the Central Indiana Sports Report YouTube page. So please go there and subscribe so you don't miss a single segment. We had our reaction to the Indy 500 and to Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals on Sunday and earlier Monday. Please go find those podcasts. And of course, we will have more on the 500 on Monday and continue with our Pacers coverage throughout the week. Also, Monday or Tuesday at the latest, we'll have our girls track and field and our girls tennis regional previews and our MLB report with Uncle Paul and Cody Emerson. That was pushed back a day because of the 500 and the Eastern Conference Finals. We tried to fit it in, but with the rain delaying the start of the 500, we just did not have time on Sunday. After winning 3 national championships and 4 of the first 5 races this season, Spaniard Alex Palou put the cherry on top of the ice cream that has been his young IndyCar career with a victory in Sunday's 109th running of the Indianapolis 500. Palou passed 2022 Indy 500 champion Marcus Ericsson with 15 laps to go and led the rest of the way to become the first Spaniard to ever win the Indianapolis 500.
We were not in the best position on strategy. We had the worst tires and less fuel than Marcus and a little bit less than Malukas. So I knew that it was going to be tough at the end, just because with less grip on the tires and with some traffic, I was just not going to have any chance to overtake him. So I saw that I had a small gap, and I wanted to take it. It was a bit too early to go for it, but I thought it was my best strategy to try and go with the traffic and try and get the win.
Ericsson finished second for the second time in 3 years since winning it in 2022. Foyt drivers David Malukas and Santino Ferrucci finished third and seventh, respectively. Pato O'Ward was fourth, Felix Rosenquist fifth. Kyle Kirkwood was sixth. Then Danes Christian Rasmussen and Christian Lundgaard were eighth and ninth. The official driver of the Central Indiana Sports Report, Connor Daly, finished 10th after looking like he had the car to beat much of the race.
Yeah, I don't know if something broke. We got to definitely look into it, but the car was just evil the last two sets of tires. I have no idea what happened. We didn't even make really many changes, so it just completely fell off a cliff, and I was hanging on for dear life, like literally crashing every turn. So just kind of a shame. I mean, something maybe could have gone wrong. But, I mean, the team did great. I mean, the car was so fast at the beginning.
Two-time defending 500 champion Joseph Newgarden charged from 32nd to 7th place before a fuel pressure issue ended his day. He finished 25th. Elio Castroneves was going for his unprecedented 5th Indianapolis 500 win. He finished 13th. And Scott McLaughlin finished last after crashing on the parade lap. The race was delayed twice by a few minutes for sprinkles on the racetrack. Palou now leads Pato O'Ward by 107 points in the IndyCar standings, heading into race number 7 in Detroit on Sunday. The 110th Indianapolis 500 will be held on May 25th, 2026. Up 2 games to none, the Pacers looked in complete control of the Eastern Conference Finals, up 55-35 with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first half. Sunday night in Game 3, the Knicks outscored the Pacers 71-45 the rest of the way and stunned the Fieldhouse faithful with a 106-100 victory in Indianapolis to get within a game in the series. The Pacers shot 14 for 38 in the second half and had just 8 assists in the final 24 minutes. For the game, they were just 5 for 25 from behind the three-point line. Tyrese Halliburton has been the star of the 2025 NBA playoffs so far, and he finished with a team-best 20 points for the Pacers.
We had some missed shots, 5 for 25 from 3. That's not ideal. I thought I got to watch film to really see our offensive processes, what they really were. Felt like we got kind of stagnant on that end. We'll see where we can get better, watch film, and be ready to go for Game 4.
The Pacers led 70-57 with 6 minutes and 6 seconds left in the third when Aaron Nesmith turned his ankle and left for the rest of the period. He returned in the fourth with Indiana down 89-88. The Pacers were outscored 32-18 while he was out. No excuses, said Andrew Nimhard.
It was tough. I mean, he's a big part of our success, and he does a great job guarding. But I think whether that happened or not, he had other problems that we can correct next game.
Miles Turner scored 19 points, Pascal Siakam 17, and TJ McConnell came off the bench for 12 points and 3 assists in 15 minutes. Karl Anthony Towns had a big night for the Knicks with 24 points and 15 rebounds and really was the difference in the game. Jalen Brunson was just 6 for 18 and played through foul trouble all night, but still finished with 23 points. Game 4 is Tuesday at 8 back at the Fieldhouse. The Pacers open as a 2.5-point favorite. The home team has won all 3 games in the Western Conference. The Timberwolves will try to even the series Monday in Minneapolis after Saturday's impressive 143-101 win over the heavily favored Thunder. Game 4 is scheduled for 8:30 on ESPN Monday. The defending Western Conference champion Oilers took a 2-1 series lead on Dallas with a 6-1 victory Sunday in the Western Conference Finals. of the Stanley Cup Finals, Game 3 in Edmonton. Connor McDavid and Zach Hyman scored 2 goals apiece in the Oilers' second straight win in the series. Game 4 is Tuesday at 8 on ESPN. Reigning Cup champion Florida looks to close out Carolina in Game 4 in Miami on Monday. The Panthers took a 3-0 lead with a 6-2 win over the Hurricanes Saturday. Game 4 is at 8 Monday and can be seen on TNT or the Max app. The Cubs are now 32-21 and have a 2-game lead on the Cardinals at the top of the National League Central after beating the Reds 2 out of 3 in Cincinnati, including an 11-8 comeback win Sunday afternoon. The Reds are tied for third with defending division champion Milwaukee at 26 and 28, 6.5 games back of the Cubs. We'll have more on the National League Central and all of the division races on this week's Major League Baseball report with Paul Tipton and Cody Emerson sometime Monday, maybe Tuesday. The Indiana Fever fell to 2-2 with a 90-88 loss to reigning champion New York Saturday afternoon at the Fieldhouse. Michelle Garman, John Robertson, and I reacted to that one. That was podcast number 275.3. The Fever have a couple of days off before going to Washington to face the 2-3 Mystics Wednesday at 7:30. That game can be seen locally on WTHR 13 or nationally on NBA TV. A few news and notes. Lapel's Laniah Wills, who will be a senior in 25-26, announced Sunday that she's committed to play at Butler, and the Butler Bulldogs got a really good one. Wills will be Madison County's all-time leading scorer and rebounder by the end of next season. Ross Chastain beat William Byron to the line to win the Coca-Cola 600 Sunday night in Charlotte, although very few people saw it because it was streaming only. Strange. Chastain passed Byron with 6 laps to go after starting in 40th position. He only led 8 laps. Kyle Larson crashed out of both the Indianapolis 500 and the Coca-Cola 600. Jake Traynor won the 77th annual Little 500 at Anderson Speedway. Kyle Elgara was second, and Davey Hamilton Jr. was third. And Tyler Rohrig won his first Hoosier 100 championship on Saturday at Indianapolis Raceway Park. And in a really cool move, Alex Palou attended Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
Alex Palou here, just won the Indy 500. Crazy day today. Yesterday, we had the parade, and I was rocking this Pacer jersey. The support from everybody was amazing. So I said that if I was able to win, I was going to be here tonight.
Of course, that was Alex Palou on his Twitter page. He was honored by the Pacers during the game and given a standing ovation by the Fieldhouse crowd. Host Nebraska won the Big Ten baseball tournament with a 5-0 win over UCLA Saturday. The 8-seed Huskers went 5-0 in the tournament. Top seed Miami beat Toledo 6-3 to win the MAC tournament in Avon, Ohio. In the final day at the NAIA Track and Field Championship Saturday, Taylor freshman Jaynie Halterman won her second national championship by winning the 5,000 meters in 16:41.41 at Indiana Wesleyan and Marion. On Thursday, Halterman won the 10,000-meter national championship. Former Frankton Eagle Sydney Duncan, an IUK sophomore, followed up her national championship in the shot put with a runner-up in the discus. She was second to Doane's Madison Sutton, falling short of her second national championship of the week by 2 inches with a throw of 163.3. Indiana Wesleyan had 3 top 5 finishers on Saturday, with senior Eli Fullerton finishing third in the men's 5,000. Junior Braden Sweet of Oak Hill finished 4th in the nation in the 800, and junior Allie Hawk finished 5th in the nation in the women's 400. Taylor's Ryan Hannock finished 1 spot behind Fullerton and 4th in the 5,000. British Columbia swept the men's and women's national championships. Taylor's women finished 6th in the nation, and Indiana Wesleyan's men finished 7th. Alexandria won its 6th straight Girls Tennis Sectional Championship with a 4-1 win over Frankton. The Tigers swept the singles matches, and the number one doubles team of Lily Harp and Abby Gaines remained unbeaten in the postseason in the win. Alexandria is now 17-4 and prepares for Westfield, which beat Noblesville 5-0 in their sectional championship Saturday at Noblesville. Delta and Jay County will meet in Tuesday's other regional semifinal at Noblesville. Frankton's season ends at 16-5. 3 of their 5 losses came to Alexandria. Mrs. Sinnewall will go to the Bluffton Regional, will face Homestead after sweeping the host Giants in the sectional championship at Marion Saturday. And Mount Vernon beat New Pal 3-2 and hosts a regional with Fishers, Newcastle, and Centerville. We'll have our girls tennis regional preview for you sometime Tuesday. A few high school baseball scores as the regular season comes to a close. Frankton beat Cowan 16-6. Brady Carmack was 4 for 5 with 2 doubles and 5 RBIs. And Braden Peters went 4 for 4 with 3 RBIs. Frankton is now 13-10. Muncie Central beat Wapahani 4-3. Logan Campbell threw 4 innings, only gave up 4 hits and 1 run, and on offense went 3 for 4 with 2 doubles, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. Shenandoah won the Mid-Eastern Conference Championship with a 14-4 win over West Dell. Ezra Bird went 3 for 4, and Drew Fredenberg hit his 3rd home run of the season for the 18-4 Raiders. Shenandoah also won the MEC title in softball with a 10-0 win over West Dell. Olivia Watson threw a no-hitter and struck out 13. She's now 13-3 on the season. In high school golf, Garin Catholic won the Muncie Central Invitational at TPC with a round of 296. Garin's Eli Wessel was co-medalist with a 69, tying with Carmel's Noah Johnson. Noblesville shot a 299. Pendleton Heights was 3rd with a 305. Zionsville beat Westfield by 12 strokes to win the West Lafayette Invitational. Very impressive round for the Eagles. That was played at the Kempen-Kosler course in West Lafayette. Max Steiner of Zionsville was the medalist with a 69, and the Eagles had 3 of the top 4 individuals against a really tough field. Hudson Kuchma was 2nd with a 71 for Westfield. Of course, we will have much more boys golf coverage coming up in the next few weeks. And don't forget, we'll have our girls track and field regional preview out later Monday or possibly early Tuesday at the latest. And now you know everything we know about Central Indiana sports. Thank you so much for listening. Please share the Scoreboard show with your friends and family. Really trying to get as many Central Indiana sports fans as possible to know about the daily Scoreboard show. Thanks again. Central Indiana Sports Report is a product of ITG Media. And I love Susie.